Elliot Grinch.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Trooper 4 Henry 8 here for Henry 8, Officer 4 Henry 8, all that good stuff. I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to install LSPDFR. And, of course, I'm sure everybody has a video out there for that. So I'm just going through the motions for each type of video for my series, for tutorials, maybe hopefully to answer people's questions prior to any questions being asked from me. So first thing, you're going to want to go to the LSPDFR website. You're going to want to download whatever the latest version is, because as you can see, a newer version of LSPDFR is coming soon, 0.4, but right now everybody is pretty much playing on the same one, LSPDFR 0.3. So you want to go down, download the installment files. So right now I'm just telling you the files you need to have in order to play. Of course, if you don't already know, you do need a purchase copy, okay, a legit copy of GTA 5, okay. I cannot assist anybody with, bootlegged or, pirated copies of GTA 5 and how to install LSPDFR. So please don't ask me, because I cannot help you in any way. All right, but make sure you have a good copy of GTA 5, which I do have already. As I open up my folder here, of course, I have a few copies of the game. I have save games for various reasons, but this is my unmodified version. Because you'll learn, of course, you can't play with a modified version of the game online. So don't even try to do it. You get banned and all kinds of stuff, okay? But I have this is a legit copy of GTA 5. This is version 877, and you can tell that by when you highlight over. Well, this is a 1493 because I had updated it already. But when you highlight over the GTA 5 here, it'll tell you what file version you have. So just for argument's sake, I just want to show you real quickly that I actually have. I save unmodified version of 877 because some plugins, you'll learn that if you want to go back to using them and playing them, they're not going to work for certain versions of the game. So it's best to have a backup. I can't stress that enough to people. Best to have a backup. I actually have a backup of 5 different versions of the game, but this is 877, which was a very stable version when you install certain mods. Okay, as you can see, 877, and this is the newest one, which is 1493. Okay, so keep that in mind when you start looking for plugins and the way that you want to play your game. As you can see here, I also have a 944 and so on and so forth. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. So anyway, so going back to here, once you download the game, I already have it downloaded on my desktop, just showing you the websites that you need to go to, that you could, for the files that you're going to need. So once you have LSPDFR downloaded, then you want to go over to ragepluginhook.net, and you want to download the latest version of the Rage plugin hook. Okay, and going back to what I mentioned previously, for the older versions of the game, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna definitely have to search on your own, but you will not find prior versions of ragepluginhook.net on their site. They will only keep the newest version of the game. So if you download an older version and then you decide to discard it, you will be out of luck. So keep that in mind. All right, but once you download the latest version of Rage Plugin Hook, save that. Then you want to go over the script hook. you want to get Script Hook 5, all right, from AB Software Development. So that's at www.dev-c.com and GTA 5 Script Hooks 5. And you want to download the latest version of that. And once again, if you do not save it and they update the file, you will be out of luck unless you can find it on your own for that version of the game. So keep that in mind once again when you start getting into this. And then, of course, the last file that you will want to have is communityscripthook5.net, which you can get at gta5mods.com. Might be at other locations, but this is pretty much where they said they will upload the file. And like I said, once again, once they get to current versions, they will delete older versions. So if you get a, if you get a stable version of the game, you set yourself over the stable version of the game, make sure you back it up, all right? Because these files, they come and go. So keep that in mind, all right? But anyway, once you definitely have those 4 files downloaded, another file that I didn't go to the website, but another, what you're going to need, but this is pretty much the one that everyone pretty much uses. It's not going to open because I changed the folder settings. But anyway, you're going to want to download Open4, which is what I use. It allows you to manipulate the files within Grand Theft Auto 5 and other games as well. But let me do it real quick. I have to just give administrative rights since I changed my the folder, my main game folder. But once you do that, you get an opening like this, and then disregard this for the moment. Let me go through this real quick, and I'm not going to close it out and open back up to get rid of that warning message, notification message here. But anyway, this allows you to manipulate through the files of Grand Theft Auto 5, making changes when you want to modify it, and it also it backs up the original file. So that's what when you see people saying go to your mods folder, it will create, or you'll have to create a mods folder, which will be the modified version of the game. So you will have your original files in case you need to get back to them and reinstall them if you make a mistake. But that's as long as you do not modify the original files. You must modify your modified files. So keep that in mind as well. But you'll see, you'll learn when you start downloading mods and installing them on how this pretty much works. So once you have all that stuff installed, you pretty much be good to go. So you also want to have Open4 or some other type of, software that allows you to modify game files. Okay. So after that, you'll have your downloads here. So you can, pretty much open these up and extract them either using WinZip or 7-Zip. I use either one. It really doesn't matter. But let's just, for argument's sake, I should have did them all at once. So, come on. So extract each archive to a separate folder. Okay, and there you go. You'll have your 4 folders here, which we'll be using. I'm going to discard the zip files because I have all this stuff already. I'm just doing this for the tutorial. So next thing you want to do, of course, go to your game file, which will be located, wherever you place it. I have it on my C drive, Grand Theft Auto 5, and these are the main game files here. First, you want to install LSPDFR, because what's going to happen is when you go to install Rage plugin, when you go to install Rage plugin, it's actually going to have the same type of files, but just a different version of the Rage plugin hook, which is suitable for that particular version of the game. Okay, so keep that in mind. You must install LSPDFR first, okay, because as you can take a look, Rage plugin hook, the version for this is 0.36 877, which is for version 877, which is the one I showed you that I have unmodded, tucked away. So when you go to install, you want this to be the current version because you're working off the current version of the game, which is 1493. All right, disregard the number 1224 for whatever reason. I think because it's updated from the website. That's why it has a different number. No, not really. Yeah, but it's, as you can tell, as you can read, it's added support for game version 1493. So that's all that matters. So like I said, you want to install LSPDFR first. Excuse me. So what we're gonna do, copy, because like I said, keep a backup of these files just in case. You never know. All right. So then you install that into the game folder. I'm gonna discard this because, like I said, I do have a backup of the file. And then you want to install Rage plugin hook next. Okay, so we're gonna copy and paste that in there. It's gonna ask you to replace the file destination. You're gonna say yes, and there you go. So you want to make sure that you have the latest version in there, 63. Yep, so we're good on that. I'm gonna close this out. No longer need this. I'm gonna delete that. Then the these next two is up to you because they just needed. This is actually a menu trainer. I use, like most people, Trainer 5, which is a very, very good trainer. But this is the standard trainer that comes with it. So I don't need it. I don't use it. I use Trainer 5. So I get rid of that. You install these two files here. It's gonna replace. You say yes. So it replaces with the current version of Script Hook 5. 1493, so you're good to go on that. So I'm going to get rid of this Script Hook 5 folder here. And we're going to, okay, I got rid of the wrong one. Excuse me. Okay, let's bring that back. We need this one, okay. v.net, okay. All right, Script Hook 5. Let's close this out and get rid of this. And there we go. And going back to Script Hook 5. So we open up Script Hook 5. You have the license, README. Don't need it. You read it on your own time. Okay. And you install these three files. These are needed for certain mods that require .NET to be able to read and comprehend .NET programming. So you install these three into the game folder as well. And you'll see, like, for when you download certain mods that requires a script folder. And you can get rid of this folder here also. This is for developers, SDK. So you can get rid of that or not even install it at all. That comes from the LSPDFR or the Rage plugin hook folder. So you can get rid of that SDK. But you'll eventually you might as well do it now. You'll create what they call a scripts folder. Because there are lots of scripts out there, and that is why Script Hook 5.net is required, because certain mods require that software. So once we have that installed, you get rid of it, and there you go. You have installed LSPDFR ready to go. You could close that out, and I already have an icon on my desktop. Okay, you can open that up. You're going to go through the warning messages. Please read, disclaimer, blah, blah, blah. Wait for the countdown. You accept. Running with elevated privileges. You should not run this, notification. It's going to back up. Right now, I'm going to say no because I have the game backed up already. I'm just doing this for the tutorial, walking you through. And you wait for the game to open up. All right. Read this here because if you make videos, okay, if you're not, you got to make sure you give credit to everybody that takes part in the creation of this game, and also the modification as well. It's only right. So disable permanent version text rendering. That's a little what they call it, watermark that will be on the screen. Okay, you can disable it, but just please, like they say, mention in the videos you're using alpha software. All right, that's very important. Okay. Then you go over to plugins. The one plugin you definitely want to run all the time on its own. So you click the checkbox, startup script preview. So LSPDFR will always start up once you click on, double click on the Rage plugin hook. All right, so it will always load up. And plus, once you start adding other modification scripts into that script plugins folder, not the scripts folder, but the plugins folder, which is, let me just show you real quick. Here, anything you load in this plugins folder, not that there'll also be another folder in here. I'm sorry, you'll create a LSPDFR folder. Yeah, it'll be in here. I'm sorry. But anything that goes in this plugins folder, you must get to this screen and check if you want them to run automatically when the game starts. The only one you can't do is EUP menu. EUP you must load. Once the game is loaded, you must go into a the Rage menu, which is F4, and you must load that up when the game starts. You know, I can't remember why, but that's definitely one of the things you want to keep in mind. It's definitely when you if you download EUP menu, they'll give you that advisory. Advanced settings, you can change whatever settings you feel you want to change. And like I said, and just important just to get here, this is important to back up your RPF file in case you ever want to delete the game, or just to have a backup. Like I said, things happen in the Matrix, so you want to keep a backup on hand. All right. So I'm not going to load up the game and all that stuff, but that's just the gist of it. So I hope this tutorial helps you out. If you have any questions or comments, please place them down below. You could also email me, of course. Send me DMs, direct messages, whatever. If you want to, if I can help you or assist you with anything, please let me know. And continue to share, subscribe. Make sure you tell others to subscribe. And check out my latest content. Check out all my videos. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your concerns are, things of that nature. And hopefully we could build up a nice, close-knit social community, I guess. That's the best way I could put it right now. But anyway, 4Henry 8 is signing out, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Stay safe. Peace.